Excuse me. Damn allergy. Sorry about that. Oh, give me a second here. Sorry. My allergies are really bad. All right. What am I doing? Frankie B, how you doing, brother? I just was sitting here working on this Sabertooth. And I need to there's a little, yeah, I need to be able to get in here. So I'm very carefully trying to, well, let me find, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. All right. So I'm prepping this big boy for paint. But what I need to do is make sure that I get his hair, his shit. That's gonna be rough. Get inside there. There's some really nice detail on this, and I gotta be very careful, especially right here where I'm getting in, like in the mouth. Because you can, I mean, you even got his floating uvula in there. See his tonsils. So I need to make sure I smooth that tongue down a little bit. And there's two of these heads that are like this. More time is spent cleaning them up. By far. I don't have a lot of problem, Frankie, with like Mike's stuff, but there's still a prep work, and I'm going to show you guys something. You know what I mean by that. Anything with like a resin casted or a 3D print, there's a cleanup involved in it. Resin casting, it presents its own problems or challenges, I should say, problems. With like something like this right here, that's a vento. The way see you have them down here on the side. And so when it's printing and it's going up and down the plate, it's got something to release the suction. That's the way it was explained to me. Because if you didn't, you just tear it right off the plate. So that gets filled, and then you got to sand it. I'll fill these on the side too. All these, I'll fill all that in. But it's not too bad. The body, I did the body. I went over it. The body's really nice. There's a spot here and there that I need to just buff down with a buffer. Let's see, who is this? Says Afternoon Gal. Excuse me. I don't have my Facebook open, so I can't see who said that. Give me a second here. Opening up my Facebook, so okay, it's not there. Okay, where are we at here? Stan, how you doing, Stan? Sorry about that. Now, see, like here, I'll fill that in with. Once I shoot it with a primer, I'll know, because I use a gap filling CA glue, like right in here, and if you can look closer, you'll see it a little shiny there. And then I smoothed it down with my finger, and a Q-tip. before it dried. But there are spots here, like say like here. I'll fill in with resin right across here. I don't think I have to do it under his arm because that gap filling was okay. A little bit over here. But what I'm working on is like the hair. It sits, I would imagine, yeah, because there's nothing here. It would have sat like this on the printer, on the plate. So there's all the supports are here. So when it goes up and down. So you got to clean all this up. I don't know if you can see it. See those little, we call them the pimples. So now I've gotten this side done. And like you were saying, Frankie, this for me is the most tedious part. And it takes time. If you don't do it, when you go to paint it, you'll see all those little bumps. So sometimes just sanding them down doesn't work. You got to go in there. See, I use this little buffing pad too. It helps. I need to get a hold of Lee, get some more of these, because these are really good for this kind of work. Now, I'm sure I missed a couple of them. So I want to play some music, man, but I don't want to get spanked by there. Hopefully I don't get spanked by these fucking assholes. Okay, I'll come in here. This is a little diamond file. It helps me get in between like the hair. This is the only part that I really dislike, is having to, especially when you got something like this that is so detailed, you know. There's a big one right there. Got some lovely models from God of War right up your street. Where'd you get them from, Stan? So, yeah, I'm trying to. I don't want to lose that detail, so I got to be very careful when I get rid of these pimples here. I'll just come in and this is probably going to take me a while, because especially with the hair on this one, when you got long flowing hair and a lot of detail like that. Now I don't 3D print, so, but I would imagine that you have to support it very well. So it's just a necessary evil. But if you take a few minutes just to, or however long it's going to take, I just want to make sure that, because this is such a, look, once you put this on there, there's like I said, there's a bunch of heads that go on it. So this is going to be very prominent. So I want to make sure that, let me move my light, get some better light here. Make sure that I get all those little bumps. No, no more. I'm having a heck of a time getting in this little crease here. And I think I got it. I'll know more. I'll get it the best I can to where I can see it where it's naked like this, and then I'll hit it with a. Once I fill this in, I'm gonna have to smooth and sand that down, and then try to blend it in with that hairline. But once I do this on all of them, shoot them with a primer, I'll be able to see, if I need to go over certain spots. I just don't want any hard bumps there where it makes his hair look unrealistic. So I keep looking at it, guys, because I've got to go in sections and instead of trying to do the whole thing, because there's a lot of these on there because of the size of it. So I was going over and looking to see getting all this paint together, and I realized I didn't have yellow paint, or I'm down yellow paint, so I need to do a little run tomorrow before the show. Pick up some. I think I'm gonna go take a look at. There's some yellow paint that Citadel has. I don't want it like the bright yellow. I want it like a almost this color right here, and I'll show you the difference between the two. That's like a Flash Gets Yellow right there, but this is the yellow I'm looking at. This is like a Uriel yellow, and I think this. I don't want this will be for a highlight. But this is the color I'm looking for. So you can see the two difference, in the yellows. This will be my highlight. And then I'll add a little white to that, a little bit more, and then a little bit more highlight. But this will be my highlight. This will be the yellow I'm going to use. So, excuse me, I need a little cup of Joe here. Oop. So, yeah, what I'm doing is I'm cleaning them up. I'm going to have to fill all of those. And then I'll take a little Dremel, this nail file thing that my daughter gave me. And I'll go in and I'll just, add some divots to it to try to match this. See, like here. There's a little, I don't want to get too, the nail, his fingernail, like right here. Make sure I smooth those out as best I can. Because all this is going to be prominent, man. Like this one. I believe this, yeah. A little blue tack in there. Let me get that out. Well, I'll have to pull that out of there. But anyway, that goes. I'm gonna have to sand that piece down, but that is gonna be real prominent because it's sticking out. So that's gotta be cleaned up. But yeah, I'm already the browns, the yellows. Brown, darker brown, like a leatherish brown, almost a black, like an ebony. Same thing here, brown. Now I look online and I see a bunch of different images for, like in the cartoons and what people have painted and stuff. And his boots are yellow, but I see some that they're black, and I don't know. I'll have to take my time with that. Find out what color his boots really are, you know. All right, I think I got this side. Get inside here. See, it's these little divots in there that's hard to get at. So you got 3D files, Thor, and some other guy. Think files that are quarter scale, don't have to be reduced, but great detail may have to pick up. Kratos, man, that'd be cool. The Kratos would be cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah, see these. I got to be careful, man, when I do this, because if you're too aggressive and you go in there in a file, you'll knock a chunk off of that, and then now you got a hole you got to fill, and I don't want to do that. I mean, most of it just comes right off. So I got a little angled one here, and I'll come in and just get inside between the hair where I can see that dimple. You know, sometimes you get these people that'll ask you to do something like this. Not this person, but there are people out there. And they don't realize the time. You know, if it's not put together and cleaned up, they don't understand. They don't appreciate how much time, you know, it takes to prep these. I mean, I could. And one guy asked me one time. He says, "Hey, you don't have to. You know, don't worry about all that sanding." And I'm like, "Dude, you still kind of smooth them down, man. You know." And I just said, "No, I wouldn't do it because my name is going to be on that." And like, no. So there's always a prep fee involved. So when you commission somebody to do something like this, most will drop a prep fee on this. Now again, this is my stuff, and not just because he's my bud, but his printing is usually pretty good. Always, I mean, I don't have trouble with it. But like anything, even traditional stuff, very few people that do that kind of work can do it where you don't have to do any cleanup and test fitting. Very few. I know, like with Hing, his stuff is really good. I mean, but even his, sometimes you have to put some filler in there. Or you have to go in there and do a little sanding. But it's minuscule compared to other stuff that I've have and that I've seen. So I just wanted to. I was sitting on my bench, man, and I figured, let's see who's out there. This is what I'm doing today. This weekend will be just prepping this guy. Because once the painting starts, it's fast. I'm a fast painter. So once the painting starts, it's going to go pretty quick. It's just this. I want to make sure that his hair is good. I got a round file here that gets inside all theirs. Whatever small little detail I took off there, it'll put it right back. The same here. Just a little round one. I'm not exerting a lot of pressure. I'm just knocking down those little pimples there, as we call them. But this from the supports. And I'm gonna tell you something. I've seen others where the supports are too thick. Very few, but I've seen them where you have to go back and put a whole layer of resin on it to cover up some of those holes. I do that anyway on female figures, on their face. I started doing that in the, like with Jeannie. So as you see, I know this is boring. But this is what I'm doing today. I got to get it ready for paint because I would like to have this primed and painted. I spent yesterday, here, let me show you. I don't know if you watched that video I did with that key. I had to cut a little bit of the key down and reshape it so it would fit as tight as I can get it. And it's still not all the way down. He's flat here, but not towards the back. So I got to figure out if I'm going to go any more lower because it's in there tight. So I think I'm going to, yeah, I got to go just a little bit more. See, it's up against here on this side. So, and then right here, it's already up against it. So I don't know if I can go any further. So what I think I'll do is once I get this on there, I'll put a little Aves epoxy sculpt in here. And while it's still wet, I'll go in and I'll just make lines like this to make it look like it'll come up here. But, I mean, it's no biggie. And then I got to fill these holes in. Yeah. But right now, I come down. I've been down here a couple hours, so off and on messing with this. I don't want to go too low. I don't want to keep sanding on this, man, because you'll lose detail. I don't want to lose detail. And I know Mike's he's taking care of some business today. So he's probably not around. But maybe Stan can add if Stan's still there because he does some printing. I want to ask a question. And again, I don't 3D print, so I'm not throwing shade. So I need that. I have a legitimate question, and the question is, when you print stuff like this, instead of putting the supports here and have it print, it's supported down here, could it not be supported this way? Or is it because of all those that you have to support it like this? I'm just wondering, could it not be supported this way so you don't have all that up here? Or is there a reason why you have to do it there? Well, I see, because like the flaring out here and stuff, so that's probably why it had to be that way. But if you turned it this way, couldn't it be the same way? I don't know. I'll ask Mike. There's got to be a reason why he does it this way. So what you guys see me doing for those, yeah, see, this is where I have this little dip in here is where it's hard to get in there and sand it down. Where's my, oh, here it is. So I cut a little angle on that so I can be able to get in there. And I got to be careful I don't take too much off. Yeah, see, there's a lot of where those supports were at. But hopefully, I got them all. I just did. I got to get inside here. And that's where the, like right in there. Here. All right. Now, for those of you that didn't watch my video that I just posted yesterday, this is a 1/6 scale Sabertooth figure printed by ny3dcreations.com. It was sculpted by Artur Vergny V3D. It's a commission piece. I don't think this is something Mike has. This was commissioned by someone. Mike printed it. I got fortunate enough to be chosen to paint it. And I'm excited because I'm a nerd, man. I like this kind of stuff. All right, I think I got them all. There's a couple more that I have to do here. Close that door, Alexis, please. All right, my daughters are coming down, so. So now right here. Now this is like a, I don't know, 600 grit. And I'm just very gently going over that. And then I'll take my little diamond lamp. That's not going to work. That's too small. Take my little file here, a round file. Usually I have a mask on when I'm doing this. Or I have my little, I got a small shop vac. The hose is right here. But I can't talk with a mask on, so. All right. I'll get this angled one and I'll try to get that hairline back in there that I just lost. So what I'm doing is just scoring a line right where that hairline is, where his little lock of hair comes across. I think I got it. There's some here. See, you can't see it like this, and then when you turn it like this, you see it. So I'll just come in, knock those down like that. See, it's that damn dip right there that's giving me trouble. See it right across there. I can feel it when I go to sand. It catches. So I know that those little bumps are still there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Stan. I don't know. I'm not like you guys do all the printing, so I don't know anything, to be honest with you, about the process of what you guys do to do that. I'm just looking at it as you know, a purveyor of stuff. Could it be done this way and supported? Like you said, maybe tilt it back a little bit and have some of the supports like here. But the problem would be, I see what you're talking about, is the face, because if you got it like this, you're gonna have to support like that nose and stuff, I would imagine. So I guess this would, I don't know. So I guess that'd be the challenge is how best to print it. Again, this is not bad. You don't have a lot of trouble doing this. It's tedious. It's a pain in the ass, but it's part of the process, I guess. Thing is, there are times where I've missed them. Some of them, and then once I get everything, you don't see it. And then once you get everything painted, and then you go to take a picture, bingo, there it is. It's like, God damn it. So I've learned that I have to, my enthusiasm for painting them, I've got to back off. I've got to go through this process first, and then let the enthusiasm for the paint come in later. Because this is very important, because everything will show up later. I think I got, again, I'll turn it in different ways to make sure. See, just by doing that, you'll run across. Just like that. So that one's done, other than I'm going to fill that hole in, and then these right here. I'm not worried about this. And the reason I'm not worried, well, I should fill those in. Yeah, it's easy. I can sand that easy, because he sits like this. But that head isn't going to be glued in. If that head was going to be glued in, I wouldn't care so much about these holes, because once you glue that in, you don't see them. But seeing that he's got multiple options for them, you know, like this one, you know, there's multiple options. I actually like this. I thought I liked the one with the hair more. I actually, this is probably the one I like the most. I was taking a look at it yesterday. I kind of like this one with the short hair. Now, see, this is going to present a challenge for me, because you see how you got that hair that comes up right there? He's got that little nice swoop of these locks right here. Well, I have to fill that in. So once I fill that in, I got to be able to come in here and sand that. Now, use a little brush like this here to make sure there's no little pieces, because sometimes that could fool you into thinking, you know, that there's something there when there isn't. Like right here on this eyelid, there's a little bit. I'll get that. So, yeah, he's looking pretty good. His tongue though needs to be smoothed out just a little bit more. So I'll use this to get in there. So yeah, this has got to be all cleaned up. But this one's not so bad. But this one has a lot of support bumps on it. So this one is going to take a little bit more time to clean up. Yeah. So what I think I'm going to do is hold on, let me show you what I'm going to do. Now, I used to fill those with sprue and all kinds of stuff, and I don't know if I want to do that with this one. I don't know if I have a piece big enough. That's too small. All right, let's see something here. Give me a second. Let me find out. I got shit everywhere. Let me shake the snot out of this. I got my 3D light. Make sure you shake this real good. It's been sitting for a while, so. That should be more than enough. This off. I may need more later. Move this off to the side. A little brush. Hey, cowboy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to fill this. Hit it with a UV light. Like so. I don't know, 30 seconds or so should be enough. Back in. Do it in layers, thin layers. Fill that hole. In a few minutes. So there's the hole. It's filled. And I'll go in there and I'll buff it down. You know, this is the one that I need to get these and those. Well, let me get the hand first. So what I'm trying to do is, as you notice, I just put a little bit down, but fill that hole in. See? Yeah, fill in them holes, baby. I'll come in. Right there. Boom. See it? Like I said, I'll give it, I don't know, 10, 30 seconds under the light. Now I can see the dip. So I'll take another little bit and I'll just put a little dollop right there and then hit it. I'm moving it back and forth because I don't know. Right there. Now it's filled. So, see? Now I'll go in and sand all that down. But again, I got to be careful not to put too much because then it won't dry. It won't cure. It'll be too thick. The light can't get all the way through it, so it won't cure. So that's what I'm doing. I'm filling them holes. Just put a little bit more right there. And just make sure it's all cured real good. Look how cool this is. Look at the stitching. There's a nice texture in here. This is cool. So you got that. Now, again, let me show you what I mean by You see all those bumps there? That all has to be cleaned off. All right. So before I do any sanding, let me go ahead and fill this. I ain't got time for that now. So yeah, we got yeah, that's gonna see this way when I start to sand that down, I don't have to worry about getting it's already if I smooth it down too much and then I gotta fill that in and then sand again, I might take off too much of the detail. So there we go. So we'll just go ahead and fill these in. See, like these. Like I said, I'm going to fill these in because there, bam. These heads are going to be displayed. So I need to go in and fill them in. See, I'll turn it this way and I'll see if I see that little dip in there. I know it's boring, guys, but this is this is gonna be my life for the next. See, now by doing that, I could see the dip. So I'll add just another thin dollop right here, and that should fill it all up. Because that hole, it'll sink. You just got to make sure you get it flush, and then I'll check it right now. Make sure I'm on the right path. So this is off. I'll go ahead and smooth this down. Make sure I sand it. Needs a little bit more. See, I need to make sure that that's flush because that is going to sit in that head. I mean, they're going to display these, but they want also to be able to interchange them. So look at that. Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, I have it That's what I use this for. So I'll take this, put a little, shoot a little, spray a little bit on there, and then yeah. I'll do the same up here, just a little. But yeah, that's what I use. I keep this for. So I spray, wipe down, spray, wipe down. As a matter of fact, I got a cotton cloth that I usually use. I don't like using this because as you go to wipe off, it'll tear up. But where's it at? I got a cotton cloth off to the side here. But yeah, that's what I'm going to end up doing here and here. But it's these that I need to fill in before I do any so make sure I fill that one.
Sunshine go away today. I don't feel much like dancing. Some man's gone, he's tried to run my life. Don't know what he's asking. He tell me I better get in line to hear what he's saying. When I grow up, I'm gonna make it mine.
Usually I'll put like maybe 3 thin layers on that. Because like I said, if you put it too thick, filling those holes in, it won't cure all the way through. Little something that these guys that do the printing hit me about. So that'll be the last one on here. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today, guys, is filling holes and sanding for the most part. There's not a lot of cleanup other than the hair. The face looks good. I don't see a lot of alias lines on anything. And believe me, that's the first thing I look for. So I'm just trying to fill those. I used to use Abe's epoxy sculpt. And then the guys were like, hey, man, Mike, why don't you just fill it with resin? Duh. I still use the epoxy sculpt, though. Sometimes I want a little bit more strength, like in the joints. So I'll use some epoxy sculpt. But this stuff is, I mean, it's not bad. It works really good. It's resin. I mean, it's what this is made of. So as long as you cure it, you should be good. I'm just trying to make sure I got this filled in. There we go. Now I'll go back. I usually use a marker, and I'll rub a black marker over it. So now I had been talking about this, and there's some spots here like I said, that I need to get into. And I'm just going to put a little bit in there just to fill that hole, that gap. Take my finger, wipe off the excess, and wham. Make sure if you guys mess with this stuff, you wash your hands real good. I should be wearing gloves, to be honest with you. Show the way I feel. My secrets to reveal. So I'm trying to get this. Now I'm going to have to go in and just buff it to make sure everything's smoothed down. But I guess you guys you get the gist of what I'm doing. Making sure that that seam is filled in. And like I said, I did it. Here, give me a second. Like here, I can see the CA glue all the way around, so I'm not worried about that. I can see it here. But I'll just, like here, I need to add some. And be real careful not to get too much where I don't want it. See, even when I thought I had it, it just went in there. And I hit that. So let's get this. So then, yeah, like I said, you take one of these buffers then, and just like that, just very gently. That line's filled. I am down night, be a partner, be a partner now. Probably think this song is about you. So yeah, see. So I'll go over this whole thing, just like what you see me doing now. So anybody tells you they can do this as a commission for $100, out of your goddamn mind. They're out of their mind, because this is the tedious process. Yeah. See now, here, right in there. Like I said, I'll take something and wipe. Give me a second. I need to know what. Yes, I'm messy. I've got a messy desk right now, but that's usually what happens. Before I get ready to paint, all this will be cleared off. It'll be dusted to make sure there's no dust anywhere. So now, I just want to make sure that there are no gaps anywhere. Well, gaps that are going to make it, turn them around. Again, I could see where the gap filler went in. What I'm doing is just making sure that any other gaps that didn't get filled. Yeah, that's filled. That isn't. Right there. There's very little. I don't need a lot. All I'm looking to do is to fill that gap. Oh, excuse me. Changing my channel. Okay. I think we got them. Oh, nope. I see a spot right here. I'm going to do this. Okay. There's a spot right here. Okay. So how long have I been on? An hour? So I think I'm done here. It's at least for this. Like I said, I've got to do a lot of filling, sanding. So I want to thank you all for watching. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time at Red Dragon Model Works right here. We're going to have the Way of the Dragon. We're going to finish up Largatha's base here with oils. There's a little owl there that I did for her. That's her owl. He's going to sit right here. Like so. Where's the little pegs for that? Right there. That's where he sits. So there's Largatha. I still need to do another coat here, and I need to paint this. So when I paint this is when I'm going to paint the metals on this. Use the same, so they match almost. That's going to be more of a bronzy, coppery look, dark look. And then the wood tones. So that'll be done tomorrow, guys. We're going to do this here, her base. And then I think the guys, I have to get a hold of them, but I think we're going to do, once the guys get it, the Joker and Catwoman, or Batwoman, whatever her name is, Batgirl. And I'll talk to the guys about it. We're going to be doing that here. So it's from Heng's Models. You guys have a great weekend, man. Thank you for sitting down this morning with me while I do some of this. I'm going to continue doing this. I don't want to bore you guys. Please hit the like and subscribe button. If there's anything you'd like us, you got any questions, thank you, Henry. I appreciate it. If there's any questions on anything you see me doing, feel free to contact me at reddragonmodelworks@gmail.com or on the Facebook, Red Dragon Model Works, or Styrene Syndicate on Facebook, Instagram, and I'm also on TikTok. You guys have a great one, man. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend.